Hello, my friends. I am Dr. Bree, and today we're gonna twerk for pelvic floor release. So I did an Instagram poll, and a majority of you were interested in twerking. So I want to start by telling you I am not an expert in twerking. I just started learning this, and if you want to go deeper into twerking, please check out the amazing history of African dance and work with someone who's really excellent at hip hop dancing, because I'm not, but I do have fun, and I've learned some really good moves that I want to show you now. The reason I love twerking for pelvic floor release is because the whole point is to release the tension in your butt and your thighs. To twerk right, you can't be tight. So I'm going to show you that right now. Go ahead and join me. Let's go ahead and start with the bum shimmy, okay? This is one that you can definitely do, especially if you have any low back pain or disc issues. It's gonna be totally safe for you because you're not like bent forward, you're not moving your butt, it's fine. So for the bum shimmy, what you're gonna do is start actually with your feet turned out. So they're pretty wide, your feet are turned out a little bit, and your knees are really straight, they're locked. So you don't want your knees to be going all over the place, you actually want them straight. Now, in this position, what you're gonna do is think about letting your butt cheeks be really, really wiggly. And that is why I'm wearing these short shorts. It's for no other reason than I wanna show you that you want your muscles and your tissues to be really, really loose. I want you to try shimmying back and forth with your butt clenched and tight and all of your muscles clenched and tight up. So try shimmying back and forth with this tension here. And you're not gonna really get a good motion. You don't really get any jiggling, you don't get any looseness, you don't get a shimmy happening. So now I want you to let everything go, shake out your knees, let them be loose for a second, and then lock out your knees, keep those feet nice and wide, and begin just by bringing one hip bone forward a little bit and then the other side forward. So just a forward and forward, forward and forward. Okay, so that's how we start. This is kind of the first step. And then go a little faster and really try to let everything be nice and loose without letting your upper body kind of shake all over the place. That's hard, but just start practicing and go forward, 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 faster. Okay, so that's the first step. Now we're going to try adding in a shifting of the weight just a little bit. So my teacher, my twerk teacher, taught me that for this bum shimmy, you want to feel like your feet are glued to the ground, but you're trying to almost like lift one foot up at a time. So it's like you're trying to like lift one foot and then the other foot off the ground, but they're glued to the floor. So you're just shifting side to side, and you're gonna allow a little bit of that side to side shimmy this way that we just did. You can allow a little bit of that to happen, but you're also shifting side to side, putting the weight more in one foot and then the other, and letting your muscles be super, super loose. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you from the back what's going on here. Here we go. Can you see it? I'm gonna ask my videographer, can we see the shimmy happening?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's my husband. So I want you to, again, you're shifting side to side and you're loose, letting everything jiggle around. That's a good thing. We want the jiggle, okay? Now, what you don't want, remember, if you were clenched and tight, it doesn't look the same, right? You can be doing the exact same motion, but you're not getting the shimmy. So you want to release, 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 and let everything jiggle. So keep going. And what you can do is if you want to try a slightly different position, you can put your hands on a wall or on a countertop like this, and you can do the same thing. So shifting side to side, like you're trying to lift the feet up off the ground. They're stuck to the ground with glue. And you're just shifting a little bit side to side and letting everything be jiggly. Feel like your sitting bones are shining apart. That's gonna help release your pelvic floor. And make sure that your back isn't rounded like this. We want it long. You can have your hands, of course, supported on something, especially if you have any back issues. So support your hands on something and then just shimmy. Shimmy side to side, bum shimmy. So this isn't really, I don't think this is official twerking, but it's kind of like it's a move that can be used in twerking routines, and it feels really good. It's just a way to kind of get you loosened up so that you can let those muscles, let the butt cheeks be free, let the pelvic muscles be free, so that you can do better twerking when the other twerking moves come. Okay, again, supporting and letting things shimmy. You do not want to tighten up. You want to let them be free. Try it. If you don't get it at first, keep practicing because it does get easier with time. But now that we have that figured out, let's do one more kind of twerking move in 2 positions, okay? So feet are wide, just like we did before. Feet are wide, toes are out just a little bit, but now we are gonna bend our knees. So with this position, this may or may not be comfortable for you if you have prolapse. If you have pelvic tension, this should be fine, but I want you to sit back. Your hands are like this right now, and we're gonna do twerk hands. So put your hands this way and on your thighs, okay? So in this position, we're gonna start with a little bit of a round in our back. If you have back issues, what I'm gonna show you now might be too much, and you might wanna stick with the bum shimmy that we just did. So you're gonna round your back, so it doesn't look super pretty right now, but this is how we're gonna start. We're lifting up the belly, and then you're going to think about twerking the butt up. So lifting your tailbone up. So you're gonna go in with your belly, and then you're gonna lift your bum up. Now, the way my twerk teacher taught us this is to feel as if your butt cheeks are going to flap up and hit your shoulder blades. You wanna let them be free. So here we go again. Hands like this, fingers pointing in. We start like this, and then we lift, 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 lift. You don't have to go fast. Now again, I am not an expert. So of course, people who are very good at this can go fast, their butt can really jiggle, but we just try to lift, 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 and let the muscles be loose so that you can feel a little bit of a jiggle. They're not tight. If they were tight like this, it wouldn't work. And a lot of the exercises that we do all the time, our core exercises, our strength training, we do want to be engaged. So this is very different because for this, you're letting everything be relaxed. You're letting your butt, your core be pretty relaxed. So this is something that takes time to get used to. But if you practice, you can feel that jiggle happening because you're letting it all be free. Now, let's try one more position. So you're coming on your hands and knees, and it's the same thing. There's many different ways to do a hands and knees position. You can also twerk down, 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 or you can go more up, 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 up. If this is hard on your back, I'm gonna show you my favorite way to twerk. So toes are tucked, and you're gonna come up, wide legs, and that same pelvic rocking motion that we did on our hands and knees and also standing up, you're gonna do that, but also you can get your knees into it too. You can straighten out your legs, and you can go fast, and you can still get that little bit of pelvic motion into it and kind of straighten out your knees a little bit and get a nice jiggle. Okay, so I am sweating partially because that's a great workout and partially because I can't believe that I'm teaching twerking. And again, I'm still learning. Learn from the experts, but have fun with me and start playing around with this because it's really fun and a great way to experiment with letting go of the pelvic floor, letting go of the butt cheeks, allowing your body to be exactly as it is and not trying to hold everything in or tighten everything up. Let it be free. Twerk with me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, share it with a friend, give it a like, and we'll see you next time.